Kia ora guys, it's Ali here from Arty Ali, and today I thought I would do a little bit of a cozy colouring book flip through, and I've chosen Cozy Japan, a cute colouring book by the artist Jade, and I really have a lot of time for this artist and her books. They are probably one of my favourite artists other than Diddy Plums and her cat life. So we're just going to take a little thing about me. I'm a cat mum. I've got two Cornish Rex cats, Lady Penelope and Princess Cassandra. Princess Cassandra is a tripod, and Lady Penelope is a seal point tortie who has only been with the family for 4 weeks, but is already making her presence just undescribable. I couldn't imagine being without her now. I've been colouring for a while, you know, definitely since before 2020 and COVID, but I've only really recently felt like I've got the energy and the skill level even to want to post on any of the social media platforms. And I do like to do colour buddies, particularly in the cozy colouring space on TikTok and on Discord and on Insta, but I'm also finding that it's not filling my cup in the way that colouring used to, because I used to really enjoy watching lots of tutorials and recreating those pages, and I always gave credit to the artists I'd watched. Julie's passion for pencils used to be a real favourite of mine, and she was definitely why I bought Prismacolors, but now I like A Colourful Country Life, A Pictured Purpose, Colouring Bumblebee, Amanda Colours. There's just so many new people that I love, and I followed Piggy Pens. I like Piggy Pens as well, Ink and Hue. So many really talented people, and I do feel a little self-conscious about jumping on as well and adding my voice. And I just want to say that I don't think I'm doing this for you guys yet. I think I'm doing it for me. I think I need to express myself and to kind of put this out into the world. And even if I'm the only person who watches it, I think I need to do it. So if you enjoy this video though, please drop me a like, drop me a comment, let me know that you liked it, let me know where you are in the world, let me know whether you're into the cozy colouring or whether you prefer the more serious books, and whether you enjoyed the flip through. I'll get started. So Cozy Japan, Jade Summer. Really lovely. I'm going to do this for the hashtag tackle the title page, because I think I can't go wrong with this, can I? And it won't take very long. And then my lovely This Book Belongs To page. And this is a page that I have seen done so many times on Pinterest and on Instagram and on TikTok. And I need to get my own version done because I think it's adorable. I think this is another one of those adorable scenes. I really like the fish, and again, you know, opportunity to play around with water texture, cherry blossoms, and you know, designs on kimonos. I think that's always good. The Japanese writing, very cool. And I like these three school children, I would imagine, stopping and getting their snacks from the vending machines. Farmer out in the fields with the bamboo. I do like the bamboo. Quite a nice little indoor setting. I like the indoor settings because they don't feel overwhelming. Like, yes, you've got a wall here and you've got a floor here, but it's contained. It's not taking up the entire space, but you also get to play with things like the lanterns. This is very cute, having a bento box. Little panda out in the garden, sushi, samurai swords. I'd like to do this quite dramatic, I think, because it deserves, you know, reds and blacks and silvers and greys, and then just come in with the bamboo here. This kind of reminds me very much of Kung Fu Panda. I like this one. This is very romantic and gentle. It almost looks like it could be a Japanese wedding, but I'm not sure if it is. Karaoke, of course. They're having a great time, aren't they? I wonder what they're singing. This is another page that I think lends itself to added detail and just really bringing it to life. Is she eating octopus, do you think? Yeah, I'm not sure whether she's eating octopus. Having a snooze. The Meow Cafe. I'd love to do a neon sign here. I think that would be really cool. Also, we've got the Archers here. Manga comics, new issues. So they're in a comic shop. I'm not sure that I particularly like this. The books are a little dull for me, but I don't know, maybe. Love letter, little Valentine's Day. That's very cute. Ice cream shop. I like this one. I do like this kind of Japanesey fishing scene. I like the fish market as well. I like imagining that they've just caught the fish and then they've come to the fish market. The is it a dojo? I'm not sure. It might be a dojo. Really don't know what this is. Maybe it's a temple. Maybe this is a bell. And this is incense. Yeah, it must be a little temple or a shrine. Dragon. He's very cute. A Japanese bathhouse. Japanese picnic. That's very nice. Rickshaw. Again, some kind of couple scene. Oh, sumo wrestling. Isn't that cute? I do like that they've used the elephant and hippo, maybe. This reminds me of maybe Tokyo. I haven't been to Tokyo, but it kind of how I'd imagine Tokyo to be, so that would be a very colourful page to do. This is one of the artists, maybe, or she's getting ready for school. Hard to say. This page really bothers me because of this nose. Now, I know that we've got some kind of bunny or dog here, and this is not a bunny or a dog. It's actually meant to be a bird, hence why the nose, because it's a beak. But for some reason, every time I look at it, it just kind of jars me, and I have to remind myself this is a bird, particularly as I don't really think, like if you look back at the birds that are in this book, they tend to be like this bird. They don't tend to be like a crane, but I suppose cranes are Japanese, aren't they? Like, see, like this? And I think that's part of it. If I'd have seen the character or a crane character earlier, then this would be less shocking. But I like this for the fact that it's they're doing cherry blossoms, watching a Japanese show, getting their bento from a street vendor. This is a bento bowl. I've done a bento bowl in Quacky Tales. I really enjoyed doing that. This is obviously a little stroll. The pop stars are snuggling on the train. I wonder if it's a bullet train or if it's just a normal underground. And this is from her Cosy Era's book, the original one. So yeah, I really quite like that. I like the Jade Summer books as well because they've got these kind of inspiration, look to show off your colouring skills. So one colour, two colours, warm colours, cool colours, pastel, neon, rainbow, old west, unlikely colours, random colours, grayscale, 50-50, seasonal, Christmas, Valentine's, horror, midnight, underwater, spooky, fantasy, in the mood, sculpture, galaxy, stained glass, white effects, black effects, and crayons only. I do like me some crayons. I have quite a lot of Crayola crayons, and I do like them. I wish I could get the bigger set. This is, I think, 64, and I know that there's a bigger set than this, and that does bother me sometimes because I'd really like all of them. But I love the names on Crayola crayons. So yeah, like this one's called Best Buddies, so this must be from one of the Colours of Kindness sets. This is Blue Violet. No, it's just plain. Oh, here, Purple Mountains Majesty. I mean, how cool is that for a name? Brick Red. Granny Smith Apple. I like Granny Smith apples. Robin's Egg Blue. And this one is just called Yellow. It's a bit boring really, isn't it? What else have I got? Lavender. You've got lavender, you've got magenta, which is, you know, pretty standard, but there's some others like I'm trying to find it now, like Fuzzy Wuzzy. I'm sure there's one called Fuzzy Wuzzy. This is Go With The Flow. It's very nice. Yeah, so I think that's something that I really enjoy sometimes, is playing around with the crayons. For me, not every page needs to be a masterpiece. Some pages just need to be coloured, and flat colouring is fine. You know, it doesn't need to be anything other. And I'm sorry, I'm left-handed, so I also have to tilt my book a bit. So if you're off camera, I do apologise, but I'm just gonna lay down, you know, some crayon. And I like crayons for the texture. They feel very satisfying when they rub along the paper. And of course, this is Amazon printed paper, so it's pretty thin. It's not particularly thick. So yeah, I'm just coming in. What colour have I got? I've just got chestnut, so one of the browns. You know, trying to keep the pressure even all the way along here. And then I'm going to come in with, see if this will work. It does sometimes. Let's see what I got. This is Tumbleweed. Okay. And what you're doing is, you know, you're just coming in, because when you come in with slightly harder pressure, like you do with your Prismacolors or your Holbeins or any of your pencils, it just kind of changes things up a little bit. So you can see it's smoothing it out, it's flattening it, it's giving it a bit more oomph. But what I really want to do is I want to come in with a bit of a red. So I'm going to come in with my brick red. See, that brick red. I'm going to come in here at the edges just to kind of give it a bit of depth. See if I can make it look a little bit more 3D. Oh, it doesn't matter if you go outside the lines, because in a minute I'll show you what to do. And then you can come back in, come back in, come back in. Okay, now I'm going to, now if I can find it, and it does sometimes disappear on me. I was looking for my electric eraser, which I did have the other day, but now it appears to have removed itself from the locality that I wanted to be in. So I'm going to use my other trick, which is to take a white pen. I'll just white it out. You see, now that is still not how I would want it to be, because it has not yet blended. And my trick for blending things like this is actually quite different, I think, to other people's technique for blending. So I have a little bit of 70% isopropyl Robin alcohol. So I just pour a little bit into a cap. I've got just an ordinary watercolor paint pen brush, and I just put a little bit on and take it. Now I always pour my rubbing alcohol into a little dish, because I just find it's easier to just load up your brush and then just, you know, come along, move it, help it break down the crayon, the pigment in the crayon. And then I can come back in. I'm going to come back in with my lighter one, and you'll see with a little bit of help, it just will blend it out that little bit more. It's not perfect, but it's blended out. You know, and you can come back over. Now, be careful not to lift the paper up like that, because, you know, you don't want to do that. So that's me not waiting till it was dry, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that, because I'm going to come in with a little bit of acrylic. Look at this. like I said, you just have to be just very careful with how much rubbing alcohol you put on, and how much you move the paper. That was probably just a little bit too much. Okay, I'm going to try down here now. So here's my brown going in with a nice light layer, or the chestnut. And I just love this kind of colouring because I'm not trying to be fancy pants. I'm not trying to do, you know, spectacular blendy techniques. I'm just enjoying that whole childlike process of colouring. Yeah. And I need that. I'm a bit stressed. It's been, you know, a couple of stressful days. Things have happened that I really wasn't expecting to happen. And yeah, I'm just working through some stuff, and hopefully, you know, this will just help me clear my mind a little bit. I'm not going to be quite so heavy with my stuff this time. Just going to give it a bit of a light rub. And the same at this end, give it a bit of a light rub, and then hopefully I should just be able to come in here. So yeah, what do you like? What is your favourite way to colour? Do you like to light a candle? Do you like to get yourself all set up with like a book? Not a book, you know, like a film or a video that you're watching, or listen to an audio book? Do you kind of have a plan, or is it just you just like to sit down and just go for it? And not, you know, are you a process colourer? Do you worry about the process and what is it going to turn out like? What is it going to be at the end of it? Or do you just enjoy that whole act of putting, you know, the crayons or the pencils down? So I'm going to come with this really light, which I think is the lavender. Yeah, this is the lavender. And you can see that you have to press quite hard with the lavender to get any of that pigment down onto the paper. But that's all right. We will persevere. We are good at persevering with it. And then I'm going to come in with magenta and see if I can get a little bit more colour into it. I haven't visited Japan, but I have an absolute fascination for Japan, and I really hope one day to go and visit. I'm really quite envious of A Picture Purpose because she's just been to Japan. She went for her kind of honeymoon, belated honeymoon, because she got married last year. So yeah, I'm just going to do these purple because I like purple, because they are kind of petals, but they could also be leaves. But I like the idea of bringing in some purple here. And I'm just going to pour myself a little bit more of the rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to dab in here and just give myself the opportunity to see if we can get this to blend out. I'm going to go one at a time, and then I'm going to come in, and you can just see it just breaks down that pigment just a little bit. Not like fantastic. You do have to work a little bit hard, but I don't mind that. Okay, I'm just coming with another brown for my branch. A bit lighter, I think. I need a brown, I think. I definitely feel like I need a brown. This is dark brown Prismacolor. It will go over the crayon if you kind of give it a bit of help, and I like that too, to spread your pigment around. I mean, avoid that wet piece there. See, it's just taking that pigment out a little bit. more, so it's a bit more blendy, but then I really wanted it to come in here and see if I could create a bit of shadow. There we are, looking quite nice. I'm gonna come in with a pink if I can find a pink. Yeah, look at that. And I'm coming through with reasonably hard pressure on this. So yeah, I'm liking that now. I need to go over with a purple. It's a very light purple, but you can see, look, how it's just transforming the crayon to go into the edges. So don't be afraid to mix mediums. You know, you don't have to use all pencils. You don't have to use all yeah, all of other things. This is going to be very orange, but I kind of like this orange. This is a Faber-Castell Pit Pastel. I only have a couple of colours, but what I like about this is the sound it makes. It's like, yeah, obviously pastel. It's like using chalk. And I can't even remember where I got these. I definitely got these a long time ago. You know, probably before COVID. And they've just sat in a pencil pot and I've not touched them, but I've got a new kind of, rather than keep buying things and feeling dissatisfied over that whole process, because I love the picking of stuff, and I love the putting it in my trolley, and I love waiting for it to arrive and then opening the parcel, and then there's almost like this anticlimax the second it arrives here and I've got it and I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice, and then it's almost like, oh yeah, but now what shall I go for next? And I think that is something that I have been struggling with. So I want to be a lot more intentional with my purchases. Now I'm going over with the cotton tip because, you know, that's great, but I want to smooth this out, and you can see what that does. You know, it just literally smooths it out. I wish I could remember where I'd got these pencils. I wish I could remember, you know, they were definitely open stock somewhere because I've only got like a few of them, but doesn't it make a nice effect? You know, like, I don't know, that I just think that looks really, really quite nice. There we are. I don't even know how long that took me, but I have done another hashtag colour the title page. So thank you guys for joining me. As I say, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I just really enjoyed doing that. It took me no time at all. Didn't have to think about it. I didn't even plan to do it, but another page done. Thank you, and have a happy day and have some happy colouring, and yeah, see you in the next one.